Alrighty, hey there guys, how are we all doing? Back to more Beacon Pines. We're gonna get chapter 6 started before I kind of explain more stuff for those of you who didn't see the last.
Secret lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
Alright, so for those of you that missed the last stream, Beacon Pines is basically a multi-path story. We currently only have two story arcs that basically split with the story portion. Rendezvous, Rocks. We chose to chill, which was the only thing we had. Thing we had. We go along. Man, basically, we go along path where Luca, our main protagonist, goes off alone without his best friend Rollo. And during that, everything is totally fine, and we're still trying to figure things out. But if we chose to be a little shit, we actually, go to a side story where after Luca kicks Roxy in the stomach or in the knee, Rollo ended up going with Luca and ends up getting kidnapped. We'll explain more on this story later. We are currently focusing on but we are on the Rollo is safe story. Basically, we discovered that Luca's grandmother was wearing a hazmat suit when going home with our new friend back. What time is it? Hello? Or that? Ed. Oh, this helps me think. Here we go. For those. Look all you want. He's laughing at practice. Idle. Goes clear. Hey. Very well. Game was afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
Fire. Where would I hide my deep dark? Perhaps there you expected.
Rollo flung
Also,
open the
Mickey's in
cabinet
here,
with
so if you see me leaning more back down, that literally right below.
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think to assume that any dust that or yes. Then again, any good detective not just first. Eureka! She's lit a fire. See the mountains of documents lost to ash. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right. Is anywhere? Yeah, I was upstairs. No dice. Well. Look, Dan's the real. I have no idea where to. Probably. Anyone else? Very but never thought. I'm saying pumpkin flesh. No. Here's what we don't.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Alright, Rollo. Time. Yeah. Done upon my X-ray detective skill. Now I should...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this is my new detective work. Squad needs good luck. Very good luck, pick the you had to sit on. He's my standing. Stop playing still.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was... I don't even know what I was expecting. Oh, hey!
As Beth pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow.
Oh, fuck off!
The entire hutch began to rustle
fuck off.
and slide under its own power.
Dude, have players. Who masterminds? So, about to find out. Honestly, I'm still keeping with Grand being part of like a CIA or something. Like she's in on this, but she's on the up and up, not in the down and down. Okay, any more 100 versus 5? Oh wow. Yeah, this cannot be good.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
Yeah, there. Dad was...
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, you gonna read it? Here, let me...
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began
Rollo.
looking through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually some of it? One sec. This sucker's like this are a lot like a cheese. Just straight to the middle. That's the problem. Wow, I had no idea we were present even a $1 document. By all means, please.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. All of the families of Terran Willoughby. Patient shows signs. Body to now describes. So when you
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
see, that's just
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
But Mr. Nuncrete's fine. Mars. Mars. That's the environment. That was what. Might be related.
Rollo scanned through several more pages.
Here, running with things. Whatever it is. Whatever it is.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly. Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
There has to.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
I think that's alphabetical. What do you mean enough stuff? How do you take matters in your own hand? This is bullshit.
Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. It's your greatest player. Trying to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking everyone down out of the kindness of her heart. Yeah, Mr. Reports are all inside a big. My mom's are both. Both some question. Just Valentine's. Harrison crossed down. Mr. Curry's a bullseye. Clearly shows an next victim. Don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, probably good. What do I have here? Barrels marked caution. Guys, that's no chance to feed the whole town. Missionary Jim. Okay. Okay. Good to have me walk around. Okay, I want to see. Do we have anything on this yet? No. Okay. That's probably going to be part of the mission. Right? When we find out.
Rolo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Okay.
He smacked his lips.
And a brown sugar.
Rolo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper. Rolo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
There's Kelly. A grand jam gram. Says last night, Guys Harris provided to the application. I would possible. Our spark plug is go. Okay, so that explains why we saw Gran in a in one of the hazmat suits. So that but this does prove me wrong. Graham is not a CIA. She's an eco-terrorist, at least I'm assuming now. Doing a heist? This can't be good. It's more of a bomb shell. Bomb. Right? You're new here, so let's. I'm a bad joke guy around here.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool. This looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rolo. Yeah, but every treasure map is. Can't fault that logic. He has a point, to be honest. He has a point. Look, there's a pathway drawn up. Starts to down. Follow it.
Rolo carefully traced the path with his finger.
He's right here.
He jabbed down at the end point.
Down square. That's down. My treasure. Follow. That doesn't look like treasure. The end of the path on that map is the same. So it's not finding treasure. Follow. I think you decided fast. Festival. Blow up kind of situation. Gathered. She's gonna blow up the festival. Now if we stop her.
Luca looked up from the map.
What? No, I heard it too. That was. Shut the door. Someone's upstairs. Quiet.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath, All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
You. I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Thump.
I'm just here to help. Just.
Thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh. Just nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth. It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo? There's man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
No. Didn't know if I had it in me. The only way to find out. Crap, Rollo, that was awesome. Wait, did you kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
Clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Toliver.
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Toliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Toliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Toliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They'd run the classic. Okay, so we have another story thing. Okay. I'm pretty sure the right answer is hard, but I kind of want to do chill cop. Just to see how this ends.
Good cop, chill cop interrogation.
You know, I kind of want to see how this method ends. I gotta play cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Toliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Oh, I sure got wrong.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Toliver. Saw a big mistake. What's going on here? My name is shut down. No one's fault, really. Oh, just got a little early. Rollo's here.
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. Kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just give me those ropes and called even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Toliver, why are you in my grand basement? I'm here to help him. Why? My gran up. Cut me loose. I can show you. I know we can trust.
Mr. Toliver exhaled with disappointment.
Have I ever done? No. Gran moved down. I've been. Yeah. Why would I turn my back on you? Yes. All the stuff. What was? Our comment and dad's so.
Luca gestured to the corner.
That was. I can everything. Just need time. It's deserving.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Toliver gently rubbed his wrists.
Good luck. I'll make time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
See, this town has secrets. Very dark past.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Toliver was at the light switch.
Past brought.
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light. Son of a...
He darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
Locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. For your own good. It's just keep tight down there. The adults.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in the basement.
That is a really, really crappy ending. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, what the fuck kind of person would do for that? It's like,
Back to the drawing.
Alright, we are going to actually go back to the other world, where Rollo is kidnapped. So basically, last time that happened in this world, we had basically, after Rollo Buffalo was trying to warn us to stay away from the treehouse, stupidly we went there where we found Iggy after Luca had shoved him into some toxic goo, which honestly was only less fluffering. During that, we got surrounded by William Kerr and all the clipboards. Basically, this is where we're left with. We tried to fight, but that just straight ended the game. So, now we're going to go with flight.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr, we'd love to hear your thoughts. We're afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See you, jerks. Fine, you know. This way.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5.
Okay, good. I was like, if you gave us a fucking end thing that gave us another bad end, that's dick game is good. At least now going on to chapter 5.
Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
I was pretty bad at it. All I know, back to if we get our bearing, call me. Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
That bozo error. I hope nothing bad has happened to him.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like dangerous. Speaks the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation radio? It's like Boy, how do you vet homes are full of surprises, aren't you? I never had done.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
Gotta keep. Why have me go this way? Happen. Yeah. No. Sure. Maybe. Yes. Artist. I'm looking at everything contrary. There will. Definitely. Those gotta go. I'll see what I can do. I bet it's fun best to check stuff for next question in a second.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? We got turned around. All the snow coming. Sort of. There's a pretty big difference. Winter weather, weather, this Arctic hellscape. On the floor. Knew all that we did it? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Oh, frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened? It happened fast. Just need time to run. But, you know, boomer.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Must be. Yes. Oh, you. Going. You don't get it. This is when you're dedicating comics. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't going to save ourselves. My face. Never known it. Don't know that. Chances quit. Do it. Okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt. Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy. The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence.
Damn. Give me a swift. I should. I'll have. Man, that's wrong. You know what that can. Did, right? Of course. They can stop this. Temper. I did.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. That's exactly what you should have done. I was being horse ass. You're supposed to be horse ass response. That's how it works. I'm having a hard time following. But you, of course. Goody goody types take forever to understand. It's very basic.
Iggy shrugged.
Some do. Ask them because you're bored. You're wrong. Nothing. Yeah.
Iggy now wept openly.
Oh, man. Lie. Everybody down. Not everyone. I knew girl was back in. He already lost. Have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I loved it. Right. But she ain't exactly conversation, you know.
Luca gave a warm chuckle. Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
Probably no. I won't get to the bottom of it.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Yeah. I always did one. Think. Not bad. How beautiful. Bad.
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
Entire life. Bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading, I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom, going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all.
I do kind of feel that if you do this type of thing, you kind of should have a male in just for these little things, you know? Like it just feels natural, more natural.
Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
What do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
I was like, that's what you mean. Take it easy. Mind your own. You're the one running around knocking heads. Sorry if it didn't hurt nobody. Anyway. Oh, I see. Better.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
Big catted, scarfy neck, furball. Interesting. I'm gonna call calm down. Where are you? A friend. Server. Hitchhiker on you. Awesome. Great. How about a name?
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about we make a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Hey. See that? Do you know where we are? At all? Look, pal, we just find a safe way out of here. You gotta help us or what? Alright, that does it. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with riddles. Iggy, get up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Well, time for minute. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is this time. Look, man, we don't know how. Maybe we should go through some time interrogation. Over to some alternate. There's also like Hiram is. This is not our home. Closer. Last values. Put to us straight. So be it. As I said, this prison crew. Both on you. Past 7 years. Mark one. What? Replica? That's possible. Too much work. The whole town. Replica town. Indeed. Boss. Environment. That was. Not. As far as the best. Someone would. I think so. Must the auditor. I know. Out. correctly. A revolution. The rain is perfect. An aid. Taking the entire down. All precisely. Why? This one.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
I just say the source like. Indeed.
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they could.
He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him. He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Now to back. Nice.
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
Sorry. Our favors. What do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
How'd you slip like that? I couldn't find you.
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave. Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Gotta hide. $2.9K. All of this. Hear me? Said 2.9. Did here? Saved a lot of people. Like, got everything. Gave us family. Loved them. It was
He
overrated.
bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey. Downer, dude. Y'all changed. Here I thought I was genius out there looking at the ancient graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I was him. But he not gonna lie. That's a bad word.
Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Who's in here helping? Here, crying like some. You helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Look at it. What a thing. What did I tell you before? When a jerk comes at you acting like their horse's ass, I should stand up. Hell yeah. Here's my little band of clipboards pulled out just reason, right? That?
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Is that the source? awfully valuable harvest. It would be a shame, unfortunate, for it to happen to person source. Okay? Have in mind. Going up to scale, snatch it. See a big snatch, smash it. Big smash.
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. Make this right there. Promise. Let's.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
It is, I'm nervous. You get awful cold in those woods, Luca. Best you. Helps. Where's Rollo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no! Do I seem like a killer to you? Yes.
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Oh, shit. Now that hurts my feelings. Wait a minute. This is at me.
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So if you back guy came into possession of fire. Not the firecracker. The good stuff. But it's buried under a grate. That's the long part of this. Follows. Yes, you not. Really?
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yeah. There's a scare. Dead. Firework. I might not. You blew up the chicken coop? I prefer to think of it as a decoration. Sorry. Okay, so what was that grounded? Why I need to pass the oven. Did I burn him on that tree? Why I don't want back from no. I feared some grown up down and tossed it.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
There's that was the fireworks that got moved. It was us. You are a sack of shit, Iggy. I think this is a game. Not a hero. Brad who's over his head. There's some give up. Don't you say the orange brain? I don't think there's space. I'm doing partial. That's so. This game a chance to us. You have no idea how powerful we are. And blast off. I love this. Like, do you really think I would kill a person? And now his basically his vocal patterns are coming off. Yeah, you would probably kill a person, jackass. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't know if there's things. Oh. Anything new? Nope.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo! 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 How do you think a giant hole? I think this is the source. Dang hole. There's a hole. Oh, it's much more than that, my little friend. Kerr. Where's Rollo? I wasn't late before. He's safe. Well, safe. Out of the treadmill.
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
Please, what you do to our town? What is all this? Well, that's a deal question. This is the source.
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Boys, I don't. Well, back to me. I need to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh heavens, no! I'm all rollers, flash, smile, and in various complications of us. You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Just strive for greatness. A long way. Like you were destined to be lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine's having to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. You having to be ready for it. You aren't giving up without a fight. No, it's not going to be so winning after we're done with it. Now, boys, no drama. Bears for you. Let's change the mood.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Ching ching. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
What are you shooting? I have a box full of fireworks. No.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop. It's not too incredible. Joke's on you, right? Out of curiosity, you don't have to buy through the rest of the hole. Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. That's far enough?
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool. Off for goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. Call him tonight. Okay. All him here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
Just this thing. Shut down. What, like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca. Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? Doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. Yeah, it's clipboard, just all assembled. Thanks for both. When you get out of this is the first out of the picture. Let go. Save yourself. If you let's go, we both die. I don't want to die. Seeing the look on your face almost makes it sure. Why don't you actually do something selfless? Let go.
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You'll heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Wow, can you believe this guy?
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go. No can do. If your friend you'll do. Luca, give me. Okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, no good bowling. No.
Luca felt his hand slipping.
Can't. Yeah, this mess. Birds. Stone. Make makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoo, that one back.
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
Yeah.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Really wish they weren't 12. I really wish, with writing like this, I really wish they weren't fucking 12. Let me do the right thing. Nah.
Luca had no choice
We'll
but
refuse to go back
Iggy's
to
request.
the
He
time,
tightened his
and we'll
grip
then
and
go to
reached
the
for
next
the
split.
walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end.
Yeah, I figured I was there.
I think this was one of those times where...
Yeah, we're going to go back to the main timeline and be a hard cop. See what's going on. We're going to be a hard cop this time.
Hard cop. Interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Toliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Toliver.
Mr. Toliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Toliver with his booming voice.
Toliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Toliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Toliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint. The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
There.
Mr. Toliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking questions here. Now, hold on. Let's just sit down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
My way, or let's just say I've never been the other way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
No, damn it! I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
Tie me down. How on earth could I dance? It's your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. Make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're praying?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Can help him this way. Love the festival. Good lord.
He shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you got it all wrong. Where is she now? Head to the source. Source? What's the source?
His voice faded to a whisper.
I don't be at all. What is Operation Spark Plug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn. Too hard on you. You see what the... We need more information. Yeah, but we're not pushing Toliver any further. What the History Museum? Got set up for a festival. Man, that's him on Valentine's. Once we'll have to buy them. Is there anything more reliable? Library. Not this thing. Hello. Help us. Get some. First, we're gonna go talk to Jason. Oh, I guess we can only talk to Kato. Okay, why have Jace there? The library. Start on it. I don't know. Eventually, ask you on place back sometimes. Hey, work. Hey, why didn't I get access to all the books I can read? Fair enough. What can I do for y'all? We need a favor. I already told you, Rollo, I can't put you in iron with here with candy. Have you know, I can't be bought. God for actually, we're looking. Now you're smiling. Hey, look. That's the thing. We got a history now. Records, lives, births, deaths, stuff like that. Pretty boring. If you go all the way back to when town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8, 6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
After my walls are word, that's death row. 12-year-olds should not know what asinine means. I'm sorry, they shouldn't. A 12-year-old should not know what that means. Well, Connor lived full one life. He read some more and cried. His brain was out of his.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
You got a better idea. Tell it. No. Wishing you luck, pal. Don't be boring. Kill you. I'll put you in. They're 12!
Rollo muttered under his breath.
Gilly, that's best. I'm done with you. You'll be. Just
Slapped
like
her finger down on the open page before glancing down.
Day Hartford. I love it. Hey. I'm a little tired here.
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Hey. Hey, Hartford. From the book with years. That can't be right. Listen. Hey, Hartford. That's my grandname. Grandson. Hartford. Maybe there are two Day Hartford. This Hartford is by water. Mom's telling me. Okay, this is getting creepy. Your grand is under 3 pounds over.
The question hung in the air.
Alright, gang, I gotta close up for tonight.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Ah, crap, Paul's gonna. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be pretty sick. Hey, look. Can't attest you about a consummate basement. I was gonna.
heart was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Toliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering. He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Toliver before dozing off.
Crap.
Mr. Toliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe woke up, she was by clouds raised.
Or maybe Gran knew everything. Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth. He flipped the lid to read the label.
Okay, nice. I know. Right up, Mr. Oliver. Doesn't it? And next. Wrong. Begin with Oliver. I think they should have untied Mr. Toliver before they left. Would have made a lot more sense. Yep. And fix their plan. Go to bed. Play it.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong. Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
No. Well, considering the fact that she put us to bed, that kind of means she's not that an awful person. What the hell?
A speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
And also, why would you drug a 12-year-old?
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
Festival. Where have you been? Damn. Yeah, you know. Your message. Not this. The 110 for Mr. Nunn. Whoa. My devil. I think he's trying to move information. Might be in danger. Johnny. Looked around but haven't seen him. Grana's no found. But Mr. is just done with. Eric Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone's gathering at the stage.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
This thing. Hello, Big and Pond. I'm Augustus Valentine, Mayor, and just want to be here today. This town where it is today without my father, Valentine. Not me. Great man. Oh, that's what God deserve.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right.
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Well, let's hear it for our mayor. Oh, what a great turnout. Aw, heck, I didn't prepare anything. Well, I just want to say a few words. What named we just...
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
I never prepared. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards. It's like... Family. Community. Conviction. Commitment. These are the things we celebrate perennial harvest. For us, these are the pillars of a bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is powerful. It's inorexable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I'm dadgum thankful. Change. We're all here today. It's hard for me. It was 4 years ago. Brought me. So brought me to change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know,
he wiped away a single tear.
I love the reading of that. I love how the narrator reads that line. The second I stepped foot in Beacon, something about this held me captive. The change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community. Conviction. Commitment. Change. These things does not belong.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fates made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important than community. And perennial harvest is the community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way I'll harvest is conviction. A conviction that is entering tomorrow just over the horizon. Perennial harvest was done on the conviction that we are all that. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand. The future we shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder is going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all my one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good. Now, and so is the happy heart that I can proclaim.
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
Our harvest awaits.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Okay, so... Okay, so Sly gave us a third option. But we are going to go back to holding Iggy and Kerr in punishment and do the... I can't really say this is technically the good thing because we're killing Iggy. But
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
good.
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Iggy, how many fucking fireworks did you fucking buy? Goodbye, Iggy. How many? I kind of think the barrage of fireworks was kind of enough. It should have just been 3. Yeah. Go back. Quickly. There you go. Fireworks Iggy. Right now. Get out of here and harvest. Not. What just happened? Friend sacrifice saved us for a little while. How? Look when pattern. Cars out of get closer. Get only time for property fighting place. Correct. One. So the junk hole in the fireworks made that's one. And it's done with habit fireworks. They're in runaway reaction. There's happening.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Even been wild. All this stuff. Why haven't you been helping? What happened? Time. Mind? Why? Why?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
And
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder, Revenge Served Cold, Second... Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
that's really dumb. That's really fucking dumb. Like, holy shit. Don't fucking do that. Alright, back to the interrogation then. Let's hope this will give us a fucking ending or something to help with the other one.
They'd run the classic.
No, that one actually made me mad. That one actually made me mad. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that shit.
Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Toliver.
What you want? Oh, you're not mold. Call me back. Sorry about all this.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
I'm down here.
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
Don't you know? Gosh. Offers a spark plug has this all in there. I guess she thought you needed backup. She's out. Better way to firing out. Kid. That makes
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
I'm
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
that. What you understand? Never know who
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
cares. So,
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
where are the evidence?
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue. Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her though. If anyone can find out for the source, oh, we both know about that would. No one wouldn't know anything.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
Up and you never trust me. Reason. Trust. Good. I know. Then. Oh, it's nothing. The other day I had a radio on scan while talking to Candy. And you know what? Off phrase. Harvest. Underground. That's on. I think it might be a password. Said it was in mission critical. What's the password? The password? Gotta mean something. Good thing. Probably go get that out. I've got this. That's right. This.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys hear that? Sure did. The old time Oliver's had a kid. But he always ever sells is apple.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
Password, Rollo. Sure, one back. No, I'll be happy. Oliver. Can't. Fine. Meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
Set your password.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find him. What's the covered? Be a cover up? Maybe it's one of those numbers. And oh, anagram. Duncreed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Rollo, that was incredible. Let's get out of Kren's new drugstore. Yeah, I think you're right the first time. What did you? What did he say? Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'll just go next. Scared me half to death. Sorry. You guys haven't seen Toliver around, have you? Nope. Got him way around like last slice of pie. I swear, that man was... You're late, August. Ours. But it's down daily.
Gus looked around nervously.
Terribly just still does. That's what he dies. Time with him. And upholstering is telling mayor make friends. Your job is to figure out what their attention from now. We have responsibility. This is our father's blood. Father left us the curve came here. Except that we didn't read them turning father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That is the cloak we seen from our damn backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When all of a sudden inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Harris's cry hung in the air.
Now it's part of that God. Shame. Already. Always. Getting like children. Knowledge. There's just no damn thing. Hey, when I'm lonely. Also, I just remembered. Yeah, let's go back to the pond and see if we can get some stuff going. Crooked.
Luca tied a bent nail onto the line. If all you have is a hammer...
One of you just say hard to job gotta do us. Like I said. Maybe we have at least maybe one more item left. Anyway, back to non. Let's look around a bit.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great
Just watch this just in case
you may not know
our thing.
great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Shopper Valentine. Young Shopper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it.
Already got that
Lucky
fucking
for us,
jumping.
he decided to grow that vision here
Giggle.
in Beacon Pines.
Does it make anyone else giggle?
Grow a better tomorrow with fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck. A scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Shopper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Shopper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. We will
Hey.
follow his example and grow a bountiful future.
Sorry, I'm like an hour late. No, I just had to have some me time when I got home today. Work was brutal today.
That's fine. I am going to be jumping to ad break because I need to go to the bathroom now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll
just
be right back.
All right. I'll just keep the chat entertained.
Alrighty, we are now back. Alright.
I am going to die of embarrassment right now. I sent Nikki a wrong response to a message, thanks to autocorrect for some reason.
Is it something to talk about on screen?
No,
is it basically
I was
something?
I'll tell you about it in private after.
Okay, so it's something you can't say on screen. Okay.
Yeah,
Or
I don't want.
Or you would rather not say it on screen.
I'd rather not say
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay. So I have a question for you.
Hmm.
Have you spoken to any 12-year-old?
No.
Do you think a 12-year-old would know what asinine means?
Did a kid in the game ask that?
Yeah, a kid. I believe it's either Luca or Iggy said. Wait, no. Actually, I think it was Rollo who said asinine.
Yeah, that is something I don't think. That is something I don't think a kid should know what that word means.
Like, that is my one gripe that they're 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so deaths you missed. Getting locked in. All three of us getting locked in Luca's basement because Graham had a secret basement by Mr. Toliver.
Mm-hmm.
Because Luca decided to be a sly cop and just got him arrested, and I just got us trapped.
Gotcha.
The whole town froze over during Kerr's speech.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Both these were on this path, by the way. These were basically first one, like I said, was Luca being a sly speech, and the second one was Rollo being a hard cop.
Mm.
And and basically we're now on the path where Beck was a sly cop.
Okay.
Let's see. Us and Iggy got arrested by Kerr because he chased us to and fro to old Beacon Pines because this whole thing is a fake. A really organized remake of the town. And we also ran into a really stupid fucking joke of, hey, we're gonna make a sequel. We're gonna make a sequel based. Like, that's not a funny joke. Also, some kids be hell smart. I get that, but it's like I cannot imagine a kid using asinine.
Mm-hmm.
A 12-year-old using asinine. Anyway, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Solomon's here.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag.
So yeah, I got home, had a nap, had supper, and then I just started, I was just researching the whole Cartoon Network stuff.
Yeah.
Because I want to get that ready for tomorrow.
Solomon shoveled a surprising
And
amount of licorice into his mouth.
I've been digging deeper and deeper, and just the amount of responses people are given about this, just wow.
No, I get that, but I totally get that, Allie. But it's like, it just seems like basically the writing for the kids, it seems like that the person should have made them 16. Cursing and a lot of this other stuff. But yeah, no, I totally understand that, dude. You're fine.
Yeah, can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
I'm just kind of making up my bed and I'm just being comfortable. Hi, Allie.
I like Sargops. I'm starting to... Always one of my... Nothing to take away. Many ways to earn loyalty. Old hard cat. Yeah, he's right. Got more. Okay, let's see. Well, guess it's time to use the telephone. Judge was uncreep? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not an. Sound like a keypad. Not gonna say anything. No, I get that. I get that, but it's like it's still weird to see 12-year-olds cursing. Okay, that's my thing.
I know that if it were my friend's nieces that swore, they would have their asses spanked.
That's
Beck
weird.
flung open the door, and they all squeezed in.
Hey, in one of the bad ends, Nuncrease shoves us into this thing, and we die.
Luca
Wow.
cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Sounds like that did something. Great. Now what? Yes. Yeah.
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Okay. Saying it's connected to chat. Am I still live?
I think so. Cause I'm watching the stream still.
Okay. I loaded it. I'm still live. Okay.
Twitch kind of goof up.
The air was
No, I
thick
don't know. It's just
and
chat
smoke
saying it's
was
connecting to
rolling.
chat, so I'm just like confused as to what's going on.
Hmm.
Someone in chat tries typing something. Maybe I can see it off on the X.
Oh, like which chat? Your Twitch chat?
Yeah, Twitch chat.
Okay. Hang on.
Either is a secret hub full of strange tubes under the telephone. Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. Definitely thought it. Look, do you remember I said it would be transdimensional conduits from ink atomic over Rollo, point or another? That's about every technology ever just in Hank Atomic. So it's a good predictor. Like you. Finding out ism. Not that I know of. This sounds on farms fertilizer. Famous. Always says just a minor up to the point when it's gold. Not sure how that was applied to that situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means.
Yeah, I don't think that the chat's actually working.
Okay, cool, okay.
Because I'm trying to like send something and I don't think it went through. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, but it's not appearing. Yeah, I typed hi into the chat, but it's not appearing on XSplit.
Yeah.
Weird. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mom went. You. Science stuff. She evolved on. Just how she evolved. True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Is that where you almost got snapped? No Perennial Harvest. Valentine. This is starting to feel like something big. This shit is broke man. So we found a mystery warehouse creeper. Found their warehouse man. Walks like no freedom. Walks like. Let's not jump to conclusion. Yeah. On a button. Yeah, chat's working now. It's just not appearing on stream.
Huh.
It says it's not appearing on stream now. Inside Earthlings, I've read enough Hinkatonic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Rollo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Tiny.
There we go.
Hello? What did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet.
Yeah, Jim just
No, he didn't. He didn't even mow yet. Hide. Where? Your tube's down here. Get back. Shit. Awesome. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground secrets. Password. Button amazing. Clever. They who. That's no matter. I can keep you hidden after the festival. I might be able to skin. You don't care about her skin. I know. I like my skin. It all stomps down now.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
Don't you? You don't get to talk about my dad. Father and I are friends.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of them. That's a lie. True.
My
Don't
dad.
you? Happen. Same thing at all. Reality. Creation. Routine. Idealistic doctor and bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell bent on. You were psychic? No. Partner. Help patient? Yep, total psychic.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Yeah. I need someone. One day, sharp around. Got not. Johnson, I understand. Willing to pay us handsome. Stand it. And my dad said no. Father and I both helping. Thing I could never get. Thought easier to other help yourself. Plastic sidekick and online. All love being righteous. Love. Wrong about. Begged me not to get on the offer. He said, just a person. Yes, kind of shopper. Fine. Clearly, yes. Today
He shook his head wistfully.
shopper. Son. Promise. There point to stop story? Not really. Old man.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
Try to keep it safe. Try to keep it out of the.
Luca began to laugh.
You really don't know? My grand is out of it. Trying to her. Like she's planning crashing the town's party. Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
Apparently she knows a lot of things. But let's just say this ground layer was busted. Honestly, hers was way cool. Yeah, maps are close and bad.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is investing. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. Get a map of the mark and found where? Mountain. Why would
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
he knows about the source? What the heck is this? Try to destroy the source. Catalyze it. Oh. You all need to run. Run where? Away. Far away from the town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how you. So we're totally following him, right? Totally. Be on your side. Good? Yep. I love Dan. But we also did finally realize who the person who killed us the first time was. It's really sad. It's really weird to say have the same person who killed us twice in one day.
The cold, hard truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into
Like,
the dark.
what the hell?
Dimness
Who was it?
around her like the
Duncraid?
shadow of a camera as she seemed to cover
Because basically there's only one suit suit in the box, and it was the one that Luca cracked when we struggled, and Duncraid's the only one we've seen interact with things. So
her only points of
You killed us.
Yeah.
turns, which approached with frightening speed. Only
I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if
So yeah, I'm
hey! Both stories are now reached the same spot.
A burst
Nice.
of wintry air snapped
No,
across her face.
no, not in a nice way.
Into the cold.
Oh, in a bad way.
Kinda, yeah. 'Cause you don't really know what the fuck's going on with this. With what's going on here. So we're in the old Beacon Pines. That was tense. Yeah. I think part of it's there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Look like God anyway. Didn't feel like we traveled that far. Where'd it all go? Really stuck. What do you want to way to find out? Gotta catch up to. I think. So, this is where Dad is, by the way. This is the same spot that we started the game in case you didn't pay attention to the beginning game. Yeah, this is where his grave is. He's not buried where Luca was at the very beginning of the game. He's buried here. This. No time. None. He's getting. Yeah, this is. Yeah, welcome to Beacon Pines. Okay, this is starting to feel. I may not be the first time. This does like frozen replica down. I got it. So obvious. Listen, Duncraid is an alien. Oh, stick with me. His species live in 0 to. Oh boy. Their base camp to naturally cold. Done by channeling this metallic form back there. Our objective: kill solid shapeshift finds there's really had me. Very much lost me. Jeez.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square,
Hi, Grant.
Mr. Nuncraid inching
Yeah.
at its center.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the source. In the last story, well, in the Rollo was kidnapped story, Iggy was holding on for his dear life here because Kerr tried to grab at us and grab at him because Iggy was holding a bunch of fireworks over the hole. And so the only good way was the bad way when letting Iggy die. They're 12 again, by the way.
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Also, apparently, in one of the in the Rolo cop interrogation, we learned that Bran is not really Bran. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know if that's just a random thing to give us Sly or not.
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you're doing, but I assure you, this is not going to solve anything. You drop that, you doom this whole town. Oh, wasn't me who do? I'm watching. I know what you've done. You're here to. And what's happening? Your friends, right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
Got all wrong, Juniper. Hand over that torch. Don't understand what you're doing. How can I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Fault everything. Trust. Great try that trust. Luca, you know, man's entire life. But for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His hardened.
I don't know if this is a final ending, though. That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very confident that your way just having it in your pockets. That's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge.
Okay, oh boy.
Amid a blur of
Oh
emotions
boy.
and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
Okay, so what are we going to do? Are we going to weep or are we going to hum?
I'd say hum.
And in the stillness,
What do you think?
began
I'm going
to
with hum. That's the one you said.
After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum
You
along.
actually got it right.
I did.
I think so, because I mean, it's like the torch is out now. Ram stepped away from the pole.
I saved us all. I'm a hero.
Yeah, but when we get the chance to the other stories, if we can, we're going to weep. We're going to see what's going to happen.
Oh yeah. I saved us for now, which is good. Let me know if you want me to join in on reading the lines.
His head in
Nah, it's fine.
astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
Those- Got it.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother, only smaller, older, changed.
Mom.
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
No.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
Ow. Smart man. The other. Oh. Mom, I don't understand it. What's happening? No. Why did you? Why did you lie to me? I was like, whatever. I trusted bad people.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
Big. I tried being done.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
Nice. You know, better way.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow as if searching it for answers.
Come on. Not a party to crash. Dan.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand.
For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm actually going to have to be reading chat because for some reason, like I said, the chat's not working on the play on the video. Anyway. Yeah. Allie had said, just now said, she looks so freaking cute. I'm taking her aesthetic and adding it to my wardrobe.
She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of
That's cute.
laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were
Hello, Code Monkey guy. How you doing?
That's me.
Oh. Okay.
No, that's my alt account.
Okay.
There were dozens of them.
Yeah.
Every one stamped failed.
I tried changing it to D-pad, but it wouldn't let me.
Ah, okay.
Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room. Eventually,
I apologize for the mislead.
No, that's fine.
Muttering a curse under her breath.
At least you know one of my alt now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because before D-pad I was Code Monkey guy.
Yeah. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that show together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. Town is a dangerous secret and perennial harvest of this hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our nose. You aren't making sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would stop. We just had to leave town while they had us evacuated. Miss Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. She used to have the whole town gathered in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely... I am Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was good to be true. The whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associate make this obviously terrible. She's not the one who deserved. You all know there's something down. Easier the other way. Truth is, why enough, Mr. Reed?
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncrete's face.
Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ever Chris Eleanor Van Horn. Quite a thorn in my side. Like a weed that's where it doesn't belong. I must confess, dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Hear yourself from your company. You've managed around me. Won't happen again. I need a little party. Last I checked in, trust it. Parent rambling. No matter, you're barely fair. Mr. Kerr? Yes. Thing was come I think that browsing. I will take it from yes, of course. And quality work for forward to great.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
I called that. I fucking called it. That stone was sharper. Thankfully,
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You all can call me Sharper Bound.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd.
I like that, like the
This is
animation
a
for that.
story about
Yeah.
change.
Mm-hmm.
What? No. So you didn't. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything's so much more now. Right about one. This festival was. I won you all my glorious return, your own eye. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. We would help you set the mood. Sure, you do and reveal this time. Wonder.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. Huh, okay. Glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation.
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
Coward! This almost...
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. You don't truly believe a town in complete utter you people, you're celebrating my return. You clearly lost without me, and that leads nicely. Daddy, you both give to parent. You need to prove yourselves in my absence. Wandered. Saying I was disappointed would be an understatement. Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse. Son who or daughter which is such but inevitable. Nurse, your thankfully I was counting on father. I've been wasting my time, my dear. What have you accomplished? Focusing on our legacy. See? Who needs a legacy when you live forever? About. It's alright. You suffer back of. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is she? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off. Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. Nuts lost without Joseph. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. Always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest. Follow Mr. Kerr's example. I found him. Or any of you. An aging actor, desperate to capture. Played his part. Play the leading man again. Forever back to that. Well, though, I haven't ready. Well, Beacon Pines is mine, and I'm one there's shame absolute loyalty. Are you saying Winter was never in charge of harvest? Huh. You think that puffed up ladder skate could have accomplished all of this? Dawn, it's time for you to
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
See, I need a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my... Someone to misdirect, I invoked it down for a spell. So I invented. Take your bow, earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, this Bill Kerr was Pat C. Huh? Now your seat's down, nope. Stop the surprising against. Oh, that's the delicious part. Beer. There are clipboards, I know. Down. I will push yours, man. Steps out along. It's just simple. I'm not afraid of you. The young hero. I've kept on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plan. What a pity. But that's fate. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have never run a great man. Now, time is perhaps the most expensive I've ever. He's going to die in the source. He's going to die and be frozen in the...
Yep.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to it, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Okay, so what else can we do? So basically now we have an end opening for Windows to the Soul. Malice, basically. But we're going to basically go back to the previous thing and go back to
And in the stillness, he began
Gotcha.
to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The
It's a good
tears
game.
flowed
I'll give it that.
into the snow.
It is honestly, it's a game you kind of want to kind of should experience it.
Mhm.
Like this is just kind of a one and done thing for me.
Mhm.
Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
It all makes sense. And then everything back to promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
Hand behind those. Once they're presses course, we'll see where they're. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung
Yeah,
the
so
torch
basically,
into the deep
if we had
darkness.
gone with Weep, basically we would have basically just been dead.
She smiled
Mhm.
and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed
So
moaned in resignation.
you gave us gave us a longer ending, but it did give us a way to continue the story.
The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole.
Well, I didn't know that. Now I know.
I'm not mad. Like,
I know. I know.
she just said, I've learned one very important thing to change.
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence. Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end. Well, on the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is. Now, we just need...
Yes, now we're going to go back to when Mr. Nuncreed had trapped us, and we're going to use Malice to get us out of this.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
Over. Of course. The rocks should follow.
Luca twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Your dad and I were good friends back. Home with anything.
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Identify yourself. Nellie Modwood. I work here. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Trigger said early done. Hopefully. Clearance authorized. Thank you. First. Do you have anything new? No.
Luca gentled first.
Yes, this is basically back to where Rollo was kidnapped. Basically, the only difference in this area is instead of Iggy being the one splashed with the goo, it was Beck. Rollo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rollo! Rollo, wherever you are. Okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace. Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone." Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo." Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open. Chapter 5. Dangers big and small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Stop right there, bro. It's dark and all, but it's here. You reckon? Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Really? That's what they're gonna go with Rollo if we met with him in the story? That is weird. Stop now or I'll club you with a baseball bat. Whoa, take it easy. Look at you need to get your eyes checked. Hey, Rollo. Nice try, but no, you aren't Rollo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Uncle. Look, quit messing around. Really as you prove it. Blame me, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo, only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened? When I was running away, I ran to more people. They grabbed me, dragged me. Wait, where did they take you? Oh no, they threw a bag over. Cold underground lab or something. Get your hands of it. Look.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower, but beggars can't be. Rollo, it wasn't just your hand. My feet too? Dang, Paul just made you. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Rollo, what do they do? Don't you sword rod? Actually, bad. Kind of tastes like liquor. I passed out up like sort of smashed open a cage and escaped. Whoa, smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think you did. Stop it. Had you in a cage. Who are these people? I don't know. I'm gonna fix it. Fix it. This is awesome. You're safe now. Look, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, you got snatched. Look at all this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. What happened to your family? Maybe you're right. Danger.
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all. Hey, fellas. What's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is... Sorry, just happened. I don't know where else to... So, just hang out here. Large... No, this is my buddy Rollo. Friend? On the same. Oh, old. How do you know this is a recent development? What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry, you're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking questions. That's right. How did you find him? Silly little treehouse? I think you're my silly little missing girl. I hate to break it to you, but you have to secret. You hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need... Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you can say around me, say around Rollo. Yeah, all right. Yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try and sell his hair. So I tied up some stuff in the mom gave. Okay. Notices what? No, nothing. I was just... Alright. Hair. I just... Forever. You don't understand anything good thing, right? I was talking about your... talking about us. You're listening to art.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I can't hear to only have... Night? That Kerr guy's here. Great ache. Beck. He is his weird cold personality. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits, Leo. Hope you have fun with whatever you're doing. Not stop for Nelly. Much. Oh, I know exactly how much it means. It's enough for her to exile her daughter to down. People are weird. No. Always cold. We're in a mountain. I can't even... Lady. Don't ban you. Arm. You know I grew up down. Is that why you're better to talk to me? Here's what we're doing. First of all, grounded. What? Morning, I'm Nelly. But not their people.
She sighed and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know hard, but it doesn't have to be. Other people stand that cover. Oh, if you decide to rebel by daring your high hair
She
more,
flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off. You gotta rebel, you should then. Very. Good night. Good night. Wait. First of all, the town does not suck. Second, nope, is that granted? No. So you got in trouble. My fault. You got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I don't like this. Wait, can you back to the story now? Next part is I just radio upgraded with my mom. So I tried dialing something. Kerr, are you there? I'm the founder. Patching through. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to. Yep, pleasant. Report on you. Keep it. Won't help us with your deadline. Time. Just excellent. Basically, left by your predecessor. First must be. I will make sure she's paid. Good. Well, yes. Work. Make it. Make sure. Long. Prospect. There's no more time. Oh. End game. But failures stopped. Can't afford. Of course. No. Once you stop. First. Oh. Perfect. Perfect. Yes. Late. Just watching the line. Cause some issue. See. Please. Yes. I'm terribly grateful for all of it. So, I brought you not to have opinion. Of course, you know, only a few days away, everything ever. Yes, thank you. Oh, yeah. Just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, you were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital murder?
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
We just found her. I was hoping you guys would. But as far as we know, Kerr's a tarp banana perennial harvest. I'm scared of this founder. Copper banana. Those my mom cut up in. Did she talk about the job? Not really. She said she was going to expect it. Look at he that bought it at the warehouse. Person Beck's mom came to replace. That would make sense. Beck, it seems that Nellie's predecessor got extended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, she needs to get mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Once you have to work, Creep and Radio should hold her there till then. So if she's not coming out, you gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
I'm gonna take off, dude.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, no. Later.
Maybe this will help. Later. You have blueprint? No, it's really just welcome after mom for teenage Nation Day. It shows layout. It looks like blueprint to me. Look, here's reception. There's big founder's office. That's X. Guys. We have deadline. You haven't checked it. We have blue. Village with right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. It's officially a heist.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Borgio. Without her and Fitz insulting us. Borgio is my middle name.
He waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure. Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
Beck? Here's that. She'll listen. Once she understands the danger is in, danger we're all in, hey, that'll leave me with Joff. How are we gonna wait that? I'll think it's.
They each looked at each other.
Well, Geoff would be easy considering how much. Well, that's. Happy. Big one. Happy. What? Happy. Alright, we should find Chef. Over? No. Anything new. This is not ow. Not a conviction? True? There you are. Hey, Jeff. Can you... What else? Wrong word. No, sorry. I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. They're gonna bring it in their headquarters. I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
You see, I knew you kids were all right. Great. Oh,
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
ouch. I'm good. Risk my hide aiding and abetting the rest.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Oh, God. Fight. I've done a fight for a long time. What I share loot. Okay, so it's just
He
basically.
shouted out.
Yeah, what I got more. King has. Hi.
Jeff's brow perked up.
Say, go ahead and hide that.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Then we whip out old Jeff and all do, but never him that hit from duck.
One good stomp of the foot
I'm
was
mad
all
that I
Jeff
got that.
needed
Kinda
to
wanna see
drive
what
his
the other
point
is.
home.
What you kids? Got I've got you. Alright, that crit you candy. It ain't gonna be free, you know. I think 5 bags sour gop shit over. Put on my tab?
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Do my first thing in. Alright, so now we need to go find Iggy. Probably at the last spot we saw him. Been seeing ish. Entire game. Nope. I guess we'll keep going down the path. There you are. Hey Tish, look who it is. Look, are you close to death? Look, hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, you know we've both been giant bags of malice. Wow, Tish, smart guy here. Smart guy, where's... Yeah, he ain't interested. I wanted to see the reaction.
Need Iggy. He tried again. Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. Lately, life is kinda... crooked, no? Crooked? Yeah, life's so crooked. Totally.
Iggy gave a...
Okay, yeah, so we're not even gonna try then.
Iggy considered the point.
I haven't found break our solution. Break even a truce. Way to have handprint. Cause distraction. Perennial harvest.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
I'm Idler Van Horn. I'm fresh. And all of a sudden, yes.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. Not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. He's like the cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
You probably seen out the treehouse.
A single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
Never expected you to come. How wonderful. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Into the hive. A good heist.
I think we have at least
requires
2 more chapters,
preparation.
maybe.
And thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. We are locked and loaded on my end. And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Stay calm, Rollo. Do this. Got your delivery here. Free? You don't have any notes about delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry. There's no delivery schedule for this one.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly down. Yes, secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Harvest awaits.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits. Back to your founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything. Yeah, it's just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time for. Oh, I see. It's just form
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
every time. Look, I want to explain to the founder why I'm. Well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. Did you say your name once again? I'm.
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits. Sir? That's our 6th area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits. Would you like this candle, Tish? Second this, perennial ham fist. What was that?
The distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzzed me in already. Hey, okay. That was close. Our harvest awaits. I figured. Yeah, it's classic. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled off. Work, bro. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go what's back. In case you need muscle. I'll head east to Counter's office. You two be safe. That's all.
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Oh, hey, at least I got it right the first time. Yeah. What are you doing here? It's a long. You okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I'm most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me. Were they in hazmat? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up when they were stacked. I ran. Hey, you stick with me. You gotta.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
Yeah, Roland Becker headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. You gotta get out of here. Can't leave yet. They'll catch us again. I've gotta do something first. You're running. Haven't you seen Mark Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get that off it. I think I saw a door that said Founder. Just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequences. Oh, here it is. So it is. Pretty lucky it ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Huh.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it's sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Just wait a minute. I don't know what sort of fun you're up to.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? Do that, friend. Quick, let's get inside for some faucet.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Hello, I'm in. I checked it, there's no pain. Every time, expect the locked door marked number 4601. It's through. Someone catch it. Get out of here. I'm not leaving my friend, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
I do like the fact that you can actually see the portrait of Sharper, Gus, and Eris. It's like do we really need that? Like, yeah, we already know that the founder is Sharper. Why did we need that picture? Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you just guess that? This is your password. Tell her when you get down here. When someone bring founder basic password. Or they were so head. Not expecting anyone to guess something. These little types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
More powers reduction.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Bro, I think this should do it. Bingo bango, door's open. Luca, you never failed to impress. Jesus. Your friend whose mom is here to get her out. See. Oh, Luca, I think we're close. Next door is marked 360.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one. Fuck. Crap, we got company. Look, let's go faster. One sec, I can't think of all this noise.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is. 13608 806. Mercy. And my apologies. Get yourself up. I know you're trying. Aw, man. No water cut. Rollo! I would have thrown it down. Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. We're on our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabble-rousers. Nope. Ah, my shin! Big break for it. I was wondering what the heck those two were doing. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there after them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fix have him on wild goose chase. Trouble almost happened. Like you said, good to have friends. Well, how long did Roxy distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed they can't see straight? Let's just say we got to. Entering Noli's office now. Mom. Oh, due to your hair. I thought you'd be happy. Finally, you done chemist lab kit. You sure have a knack for proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. Who's your adult friend? Oh, I'm not adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spurt. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Is that so namely on? How you call the guy? They forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me to test on plants. Back, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I'm here to work on this lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Fine Science in Wellspring called the. They named it Tempest Liquamine. Pulls energy surrounding alter matter's relationship with time. Secret of multi-fertilizer. They harvest the source using small amounts of mine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications. Foul harvest! Perennial harvest came in clean to mess and succeed where Valentine failed. Attempt is rebellious. Rebellious? Think of it as a manifestation of itself. Volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force a specific thing, the more resist. Yes, I can remember that. My role was to finish the work my predecessor, Dr. Crashing to liable. Imagine people we could. Mr. Kerr was very interested that we achieved a successful result for today's festival. Well, you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself in the problem. It was long ago to discover Dr. Oddity. Oddity? He contained obvious errors. Mistakes of someone in his reputation would never make. But I fixed them. Now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I'm really sorry. Those clothes were all the hand-me-downs. It's not like Dr. Prescott figured out Dr. Feet. intentionally sabotaged his. I considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking to clarify his. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Tried and killed. What? I don't know what I'm talking about. Radio. But we gotta get you out of here. It's just like now. Wait, the file. I finally saw the direct control of aging. It's corrupted them just before you came. Otherwise, we gotta hightail it. Look, we got Dr. Module. Heading your way now. Roger that. Be careful. Alright, everything's on track. What is your plan for escape? We'll go everything when they get to you. Okay, maybe we can pick up. Now it's 80%. Hard drink or hard make. Wow, you know, alcohol.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I said I shouldn't bother you right now. No, silly, you're not bothered. We're not going to make a comment on the picture, really? What else this bad boy has? Here's time card log, payroll, nothing. So you cashier's boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang. That's oh wow. Gosh, let's expect it. Like the founder was her family. Yes. Why was this secretive leader being obsessed with Ari? Time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Don't worry. Really sorry you dragged me. You needn't worry about me. I feel bad either way. Gotta get you out of it. Promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked. That was close. Look, the only I was clipboard. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Stop tossing blame around. It is possible. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. Sorry about that. I got a message that I'm kind of a little bit surprised that I got. So sorry about that. Broke the. Now, don't look at me. I'm first early retiring from heisting. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Someone wants the door? Of course. Everyone else, huddle up. Oops. I think it's okay if it goes long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Module, pretty free instructions. Never meant we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, pathetic orphan child. Powerful and enigmatic founder. Shepherd, the fallen progenitor of this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer, all connected by doors. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Yes, now you got it. Look, discovered how to first also.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Module. Very good. The discovery was intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects were too far for my taste. That's why you Dr. Prescott's work, which you did admirably. Sure, wow.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present the eighth wonder of the...
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
That's why you don't hold it out that way, dumbass. Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have it.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luca, over here. Another inch, and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have... I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk it all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happened. Then what? After you mentioned once.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word. Now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
First, girl Beck. Shame to know what I saw. We both know where this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. You can't trust that jerk. Sorry.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Kerr, you've allowed yourself to be by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. First, there, give production I deserve. Yes. All of the things. I don't understand. How is this? I said, Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in the side. Artist great, but the voice was blinded by righteousness. Broke my lab and sabotaged my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the university way of correcting by mailing the course you understand. Walt showed me you would have it. Your father's dying act was to grant me a term.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivity, I will return to deal with it all. Till then, I suggest use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your... You three keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Maybe Beck sold us out like that. Not sure she had any other choice. Do it now. What's the plan? I don't have one. First, you place that plan. Rollo. Just need time. Rollo, it's over.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luke. Hey. Sorry, Luke. I did what I had to. I know. I've got to feel it with time. Now time seems like less of now. You should know. After locked me, I know I'm curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a new escape, but I found no false. What sort of note? Dr. President, I'm harvest. To look behind the letter, hope it will be found by the professor. His confession. Lift it. Let's go. Luca, I think they're meant for you. Why? Hey. Found it. Mother. Dr. Prescott found her in the lab. Home. There was an accident. The
color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted perennial harvest. That's a secret. Over time, your mother let him consider scientific discovery. Science often understand our change. That doesn't right. Yet no one realized that no one had powerful time itself. I now believe that's why he became intentionally baptized. And it cost him his life. That's the reason why conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
She's alive. Where's she been? Where's she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull. Chapter 8. Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Toliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Toliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Gran, what are you? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Lucas Gran. That's all nice of you, but I'm fine. Oh, hey. Gran, there's no time to explain. You have to go now. Come on, everyone. We got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can for the rallies.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
You gotta stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No! Well, I guess that's it. I don't be so sure about that.
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
Little. Well,
I
all right.
tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
Sorry, Ash. Ash, you're getting a vial. Pretty easy to mess with the vial when it's behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. No, it's a bad habit anyways. Always says bad habits are 50-yard field goal. Hard to kick. You can all call me Sharper Mountain.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Not gonna get that body. Eh. That's awesome. That's cool. That was cool. He literally turned into fucking Ash. That is creepy, but that is cool. Well, that's one way to keep that habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines, a new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
But I want to see the remaining 2. Change. Let's see what change gives.
With a little change.
One of these is probably going to give us a bad ending. Pocket. You're a lucky penny. Yeah, Robin Pile, no. Idea. That's the beauty of science. Alright, so Cigar Ash literally fucking turned and literally basically Thanos the man. Which I think is cool. That was cool. Now we observe.
His body and...
What does the lucky penny do? Turn him into a penny? Crap, he's a baby? Yeah, he's a sharper. What he was, never mattered. This... Father.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone. The show is over. That's lame.
Epilogue. Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves.
Oh, okay, so this is the final, this is canon.
After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable.
Did they really even allow Rollo into the middle
Chill
school?
of winter didn't
I mean, he's now an adult.
They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Actually, no. We'll wrap this up. We'll wrap this up, and then we'll.
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Here you roll it, right? Yeah, I'm starting to get down. God, I have to book the max capacity on Rollo. Who said you got some help for that? How's the ownership knowing you own the shop going? It's great. And I'm helping company in the agriculture state. Also, no one should write a letter recommendation to you. I just can't help. Don't fast, brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a bird. I just don't mean literal. Up and finished stores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of this that might have been excitement about the trail turn. Don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head. I'm sure he feels the same way. You didn't proud to tell you. I know. Hey guys, how was the tree plant? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to you on Ellie. I just wasn't built. You want us to be are. You guys been finished sidewalks. What's next?
When perennial harvest collapsed, Most of the clipboards skipped town, but some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone can help. Back with Bart. Count on us. Well, it looks like you found your calling. Never really felt this right here. This. Got it. I like the fact I could when Roxy had stated that she was helping out and Iona and Ellie's shop. I kind of figured they took over the damn place. I'm glad for that. How's napping? Underrated part of a good nap? You. Getting cleaner every day. Nice. I see the side on the date. Yep, we had to clear out all the stuff before putting on the final touch. Low and dirty harvest outfit. I like it. It's actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do and find her. Because progress is important. It doesn't happen fast. In fact, I learned to care about important is take things slow. Our motto is go slow. Amen to that. Today's penny. I'll give you today, tomorrow's deadline today. Good old friend Patrick Santos, aka Walker, just performed during or distant national summit at the State Correctional Facility. There was right in the house. Like I said, Brendan playing time and working his craft. I kind of okay. I'm glad they do mention what happened to Kerr in this ending. I want to know what do they do with him after in the other two endings. I'm pretty sure that Sharper dies in the other two. I'm pretty sure Sharper dies in Malice too. Glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Yep, I got everything I need. I've been drafted a story to report in Capital City. They offer me an internship. Of course, you're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. You're about a phone corporation that picked the entire town of Pig. A representative on shaft. Well, incredibly hazardous. But it runs itself. Got it. Just don't forget us with some fancy big city report. Capital City's not that far away. You're gonna have to come back from time to time to check in. Don't we got yourself in? Started spending 5 days or. You both know that's not true. Why should you say that? Our reporters. Can't talk.
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Thanks. That. Hubert. 2 weeks of stand, margarita, got them. Excuse me.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Yes. Listen. I'll be a feather on the going on vacation. For the first time, I've got you, Mom. What's that? Didn't tell you yet? You're gonna diner when I'm gone. Just like old time. It's fine. I'll wait. We'll be talking to Eris later. We'll be talking to Eris later. Hey, again. After everything.
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
I don't think I'm ready. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. Office development.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on. No one is too big. Just all right.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Hey. Don't be scared. Out of your Tuesday. Guess what? Yesterday, Dynasty City. That's good. Great. And I started one of those years. At this rate, Pines you the capital of the country. Yeah, we're just taking one last round. That Now back for not too much trouble. Longest time I didn't understand me. I should perfect. Briefly chased you while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Hey Luca, can you tell Roxy we that's making me talk to that's Bill's character. I think he meant say Bill's callous. Bill's character. Yeah, Bill's something, alright. Okay, nice.
He playfully waddled an apple.
Oh, am I telling you about new created already? It's funny. I used to hide the stuff in the back. Never had someone find about it. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. Did she really start doing that? I'm curious. I'm curious if she actually just put on some stuff around there. Look to his friends, thankful smile. Everything that gone wrong, everything that did go wrong.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's one. Did I miss it? I think. Luca, Scotty, on the house. Sorry, you gotta come see this. Finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Luca. If I didn't know better, I think you're proud of something. As if I. Too late. Officially, person that cares. Young. How's Sharper? Young Sharper. Yeah, a lot of. Yeah. Promise current problem. Yeah. No. Doctor. Sharper's. That's how he's nice the second time around. That is the objective, yes. Really, all the activities I'm finally. I think you're doing a great job. Tell us about how you can. Wait till baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
Someone we haven't seen, Grandma. Look at, get this. That's real an actual fish. Seriously? Yeah, an honest goodness flip flopping fish. If we ever got an actual fish, it's at least 7 years since I got one. I'd say it's good on me. Or at least back in the pond. Catch again tomorrow. I want to try something. I want to see something. Do you have anything?
Luca wrapped some you know.
I want to see if we can actually catch a fish around here this time. With the game over done. The game over. It would be really good if they actually did that. Okay, no. That either I missed stuff or either I missed something, either I missed another bit of tackle or not, but like that's kind of dumb. A little higher. Yep. A little lower. Yep. A little higher. Yep. I'm telling you, England more powerful. Look at there you are. Someone's not the eagle. Hey, I'm not in charge. Fine, fine. Just back. Who, me? Fish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? Better. Yep. Right. Way. Okay. So I kind of wasted time in basically going around town. Oh well. Oh well. I need to enjoy. This morning, back you officially moved in. Not blows up. It's awful. Not like they decided you're gonna be stuck with your friends. They do have to warn you. This one, I think I'm ready. Go to a bit of surprise. Mom's prepared to sleep. Didn't have to. But it's them. Got the whole time. Oh, you okay? Fine. Privacy. That's good. I want to go ahead home and see if oh, we didn't go in the library.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
But did you know that they covered up the source? They found a new species of fungus. Yep, they're actually studying in new labs. That almost town county. Yep, close population for running on harvest.
It typically went on like this for quite some time. Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Piper, are you reading Atomic? Oh, it's simple. But every kid in town reads. Honestly, I give it a fresh experience again for time. It's that downside. Now I can do it again. Mom's telling me about it. Sure thing. Over. Yeah, town's down. I was talking about Hank Atomic. How was it? Great as always. Finally returned to Earth. I just heard that. You ready for something? Any suggestion? You guys Miss Hatch about what seems to really enjoy it. Maybe I'll do that. I want to go back home and see if Eleanor is there now. Honestly, I kind of feel that she's the only one we haven't spoken to. She probably is at Walt's grave. She's probably over in Old Beacon Pines. But I still just want to check. Ah, Roxy's gone. we've already checked the upstairs, downstairs. So yeah, she, like I said, she probably is back up there. I see the ground spin thing. I see the ground. I bet we can guess what that means. Knowing that makes this all. Ah, you got it. That's good looking. Investigation. I'm gonna go hang on that tight, that little. Yep, there she is.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I began to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Shut up. Done. Best. Yeah, thank you for everything. Yeah, because I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. Probably use your own time. Good? Yeah, I am. How are you? Everyone keeps asking me. Fine, really. Always says the only thing to throw is cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you're stop feeling like a cello, here for you. I know. Say it. Two, make an awesome. We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. There's one thing you're part of our group. I see. Let me tell you a little story about a man named Oh. I don't feel. We're waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found a perfect way to start this summer. Got some good friends. Proud of you. Father. Mom? Okay. Question. Dad? I could try this. No. Love it all. Right? Here. Dad? I have to put over. Big thing. Those such a sharper person. I'm not. There we go. I was like, Close. I hope I can go back so we can see the other ending. Yeah. that was the game. I'm gonna actually give my thoughts in the normal view, so we can let the credits go. Yeah, like I said, it's not a bad game. I'm going to stand by it. This was a pretty decent thing. I am disappointed that this wasn't super horror-y. There were some thriller stuff, but I do apologize that this wasn't horror. I thought this was horror, but yeah, I kind of liked it. Good. I think my one big gripe for the game is I don't think Luca, Rollo, and Beck should have been 12. I think they should have been at least 16. It's more because if you're going to have your characters curse, I would rather they be 16 than 12, because that way it feels more natural to have a teen cursing than a preteen, you know? To me, the whole, yeah. I also will admit, I do kind of feel, oh, this is a Kickstarter game. I never knew that. I never knew that. I always thought that this game basically had, was basically just randomly indeed. No? Yeah. Like I said, I'm happy with how this game turned out. I'm happy with basically the game's ending. I will admit, I think the worst ending is the is the sequel baity joke sequel. Like, really, guys? You had to do that? Honestly, I feel that they should not have given the done the sequel name. They should have ended the last paragraph and then just basically jump to the narrator talking. They should have just done that. They should not have done the game naming. But yeah, that is the game. Also looking at the thing, we have at least 4 more streams left. So I don't think we'll probably do at least maybe one other thing. I don't know. But I'm going to make a little bit of a change. We're actually going next Monday, we're actually going to get into the more spooky side of things. Well, actually, no. I won't do this now. We'll basically I'll explain what's coming up next if we can actually see that remaining ending, because I didn't see that one. I should have thought that change was going to be the first one. Was going to be the I should have thought that change should have done it, but yeah. I do find it weird how the penny turned Sharper into a baby. That's really weird. Oh, 10 years later. Wow, nice kick. Sharper, did you find it? Yeah. I found. Oh no. Don't end like that. Don't end like that. All right. So let's see the remaining ending and see what happened.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Mouse, was he in the office? Yep, dude had no glass on the desk. Figures good you could use a little hair of the dog.
His body and face.
Why? Now that's what I call any proof. Yeah, dude.
The crowd gazed in
Why?
stunned silence at the now empty
Why?
stage. The
Oh,
quiet was broken
God.
when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end. That was unexpected. Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing.
Okay, so I think that's literally all of the ending, right? Yeah, that's literally the entire game. Okay, I want to see. I can't want to see all the trophies. I really want to see all the trophies. I really want to see all the trophies. Also, like that one. That was maybe love for the game. Cool. Okay, so I missed 280. Okay, so what's the one am I missing? Huh. Wonder how you do that. Okay, so I missed something. Ugh, damn it! I did that. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that. It's like, the reason why I'm not gonna worry about that is I don't know where I can actually get where I'm gonna need to get all the fish stuff. I kind of want to. Well, I want to see all the fishing. Okay, so tickle, beam, junk, hole. Okay. Okay, so I know where to get the last one, and it's only one. Oh, okay. So, okay. All right. Never mind then. Looking at the thing, apparently that gives us a thing. Okay. All right. I think I know what to do. All right. So I'm gonna look up what getting the object we get, what getting all the objects and fishing thing go on, and then we'll start next stream with doing that stuff. If it's worthy of doing it, So that's what we'll do. The reason why I'm totally fine with doing that is Monday we're actually gonna get to something a little more horror-y. We're actually going to be doing a blind playthrough of Condemned Criminal Origins. I've been meaning to actually play it, so might as well just do a blind playthrough. Yeah, so that's going to be it for the game. Like unless if we're going to go back to it. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing anyone to raid right now. Goody, because damn it. Anyway, so there's a link to my YouTube if you ever miss a stream. There is a link to my Discord, which I will be doing movie night streams coming back up. But I currently have a small Discord poll to determine if they're going to be Monday, Thursday, or Friday. Okay, so join up for that. If you're watching on YouTube, it's down in the description, just like always. There's a link to the Yin Yang podcast, which we will be doing an episode tomorrow. So expect that around Friday, Saturday. So with that said, sadly, I don't have anyone to raid. No. Actually, what's you doing? I might just raid. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. We'll do the raid hashtag farewell Beacon Pines. And we're going to go raid my buddy Juker, who is playing the beta of Resident Evil 1.5. So with that done, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you Monday for possibly what we have left for in terms of the key in terms of basically getting the last item for fishing. And yeah. And Condemned Criminal Origin. Take care, everyone.